and I'm really happy to finally speak with you, in real time. I will briefly interview. I'll briefly tell about you, introduce you for the benefit of viewers. We're speaking with Mrs. Shireen Kapoor. She's one of the founding partners of Ace Law LLP based out in Canada, which specializes in immigration solutions. And recently she has also ventured in Dubai market, about which me and everyone watching the video would like to know. And I think you're also starting out in India right now, right? You're also starting in
India. That is something that is to be determined in the next few months. First, I want to have the good base in GCC, then maybe next month.
All right.
It is India.
So Shireen ji had started her legal career in India, and she's trained under Mr. Harish Salve, and later she ventured in Canada to become an internationally trained lawyer. And that is what we are going to talk about today, that is internationalizing one's legal practice or legal startup. Let's get straight to the topic. My first question would naturally be, where did it all start? When it comes to major decisions in life, particularly for one's career, there's always a driving force or a motive that you decide that, I want to do this. What was that in your situation,
Yeah, so thank you first of all, Chaitanya, for having me here. It's very nice from people across the globe. They messaged me about the YouTube channel, and it was just a very random attempt which I did during COVID. Luckily, COVID has been a blessing also in some ways or the other, but not to forget that the people that we've lost. But then again, this is coming back to your question, is that where did it all started? Now when I think back in hindsight, even I can't think of one reason why it started. Maybe it started because of my frustration in Delhi, because of that whole thing that, okay, this is a regular rut kind of a rat race, and you just are part of it, and all of it is going haywire maybe. But I always wanted to see the independent practice and the independence that was always there in me. Okay, so anywhere I used to work, in my mind I used to know that I will not work for anybody for too long. So you see,
same with me, yeah.
So that I'm not sure if anybody can relate to. A lot of people might, but for me, it was the thing that I have to learn. And obviously, you're always a student throughout your life. But I also say that learn from others' experiences also. You have one life. अगर आप सब कुछ अपनी experiences सीखोगे तो बहुत delay भी होता है.
Why to reinvent the wheel again and again?
It started. Yeah, so yeah, exactly. So learn from others' experience, save your time, and then accordingly apply those principles to your life. So how it started was the NCA journey began. I Googled, researched. Apparently Google was my best friend. I researched a lot on Google, because now the YouTube channel people have, for me, NCA, I had nothing. So I used to Google and everything, and exam, call Canadian offices, just inquire. And the good thing about Canadian culture is that everybody helps in terms that the government offices, they will answer you your queries and all in a very smooth manner, and without any kind of hustle. So all that was done by me, prepared by me. I studied for the exams in India, gave the exams in Delhi, and that is how it all started. Now in my mind, I was also clear with one more thing, is that first I will, because I love the law so much, I was like that first, if I'm doing something equivalent, if I'm a lawyer in India and I'm a lawyer in Canada, that's good. I'm not going to work there anywhere else. Maybe, I'm a lawyer here, I can't work. I know people have their own struggles and everything, but in my mind, it was not ki jana hi jana. It was like exams ho gaye, clear ho gaya, then I will probably explore this side. And touch wood, by grace of God, since then it just went on and on. Clear hue, to fir maine kaha chale ab, let's go and explore this also. And my mom was a very big push in this. She's always been a very visionary. She's always pushed me, you have to do this. If you're wanting to do it, just give it a try.
You have made your mother proud, I guess, now.
Oh yes, I'm not sure about it, but yeah, that's what she says.
Right. Yeah, but why Canada, and not US? Like particularly when it comes to newbies like me, this is one of the biggest confusion. Where on one hand, US offers you more opportunities and less settlement security, while Canada offers you more settlement security, but comparatively less opportunities. But I will be happy to be corrected if I'm wrong.
No, no, you're absolutely right.
Can you please tell me?
Yeah. So this is a wonderful question. A lot of people think that Canada is the village for North America, right? Canada, if jahan pe US is so fast paced, Canada is a little relaxed, slow, and everything. On the other hand, the beauty of it is that two things. I select Canada, and I still choose Canada over US. Would be that Canada first is very warm to immigrants. आपके पास law की degree in America हो, even if you get the New York bar registration and everything done for yourself, first they don't consider yourself equivalent. They say आपका law जो है India का, it's hybrid law, it's not common law. Whereas Canada, in Canada they consider Indian law as common law because of the British countries, and that is why equivalency is there. Second is that immigration, you have the law degree and you still don't have the immigration status in the country, then that law degree is actually useless, because end of the day you don't want to come back after getting your degree and everything qualified and done, all those certificates and everything you do. You don't want to end up coming back. You want to explore, you want to earn in dollars, and then probably maybe in retirement, maybe you want to come back with your everything. But immigration wise and overall, if you look at the bigger picture, Canada is more welcoming, more warm, and opportunities are there for everybody who works. So there are opportunities. It's not like you don't have opportunities. Good amount of opportunities are there.
Just a quick question before coming to the actual topic. How many years of training period you had to go through after your law degree or your curriculum in Canada before starting out independently?
Okay, so you mean to ask me how many years of experience in Canada did I have?
Right.
All right. In Canada, I did 1 year of articling, internships, and all of that. And then, you won't believe, Chaitanya, the moment my this thing was, my job was going to get permanent, because, that it works in a very traditional manner. So a lot of people think that it's really easy and all of that. It's not. You have to understand that even an employer sitting in Canada who is trying to help you, or trying to make you permanent or anything, it's not going to be very smooth in the sense. It's just like India. There is competition. There are local people who've done the law from here, and there's kind of an edge competition always there. But I was just about to get permanent in a job in a criminal law firm, but then COVID happened, and I'm sure COVID changed a lot of things for everybody, and so it did for me. But the good thing is that I had gone for a break because of the lockdown for 2 weeks, and that is where I started. But in between, the thought of ACE law was in my mind. I met my partner also; he was a dear friend as well. So we guys started the law firm, and when we started, it was just with the idea that we would do areas of law that we can handle, like criminal law. I had already experienced. You get local cases, and there's also a thing that I tell people, that local clients, people who are of your origin, supposedly Indian, Pakistanis, all these Arabic people and all, they relate to you. They relate to you, and you get a lot of business from them. So it's more of referral based and close knit community, and the area where you live in, and then that's how you start growing. You just don't know when network. Exactly. Right.
Yeah, so it's really amazing that just 1 year of articling and experience, you thought you were prepared for starting.
So, what you are also getting to Canada is your Indian experience with you, is your foreign background experience with you. Now it is a changed country. It is just like you go from Delhi to Mumbai, obviously with a different language or with a different skills, this thing, but the lawyering skills will remain the same, right? Even obviously. If I go to court in Canada, I do a lot of federal court hearings, and I do a lot of criminal matters as well as refugee tribunal cases I do. So when I go to the court there also, in Canada also, I realized that not much is of difference, except the process can be a little on the smoother end, and things can be more organized with the court and everything. And it's now because the population is also really less, so a lot of factors, and because of that, I feel that now even when I talk in court over there, I feel the same I used to feel in high court. So for me, it is like that experience also I count in my experience. It has helped me groom all my
Okay, all
skills.
right, all
I
right.
owe it all to my Indian practice. Yeah.
Can you tell
Yeah.
if there are any hacks that one should know to start out independently? Is there any way to know?
Okay. Anywhere, if you start independent, first thing, the biggest tip is that be confident with your knowledge. See, you are not going to वो सारे ना पुराने टाइम के sayings थे कि जब आप old होगे तभी आप पे लोग यकीन करेंगे types वो नहीं है. Now people want young, bright, confident people who know their work.
Right, right.
This is one thing. Second is that you start, of course, don't ever stop reading about the law. At least 1 hour at the night I dedicate to my personal development. Personal development in the sense you need to, now I know immigration, Canadian immigration law is becoming my niche area of practice, because all the court related to litigation, also related to business migration, also everything I do from end to end, I always make sure that I read something which is not easily accessible, which a lawyer can only understand, so that you have that edge over the other people who are submitting the same kind of work. So yes, so one thing is always keep brushing your skills, because you are a student for life for sure. Even to till date, I'm just a small fish in the big ocean, but there are so many people who even till the end, they are always learning. We have such legal luminaries like Jetmalani and Mr. Salve. All these people we've grown in the law college, seeing them, hearing about them,
Yeah, but
everything.
I think
So, yeah.
But I think, it will be very easy for, at least for me, or, people from my, who are just passing out, or rather who have been just passed out. For them, it will be very exciting to relate with you, because you have been in kind of the same. Yeah,
Same.
right.
I thought just a little bit of risk aversion is also necessary to start your own practice. You know what? Because once you get into a comfort of a job, एक age होती है जब तक आप risk ले सकते हो. So जब आप एक job के comfort में आते हो, you start paying your debts, and especially in countries where you are living, like you're paying rent, you're paying debts of your house, mortgages जा रही हैं आपकी. There are fixed expenditures. तो उस fixed debt trap में पड़ने से पहले I say take risk in terms of business. So if you can, it's more, law is all about business. If you are doing your own practice, it is less of law, it is more about business.
Business, definitely.
It is so much about marketing. It is so much about marketing.
कोई
Always
बोलते
have
हैं
that
उसका
edge.
ढोल बजाते आना चाहिए.
बिल्कुल आना चाहिए. You have to be smart. अपना काम भी आना चाहिए, but साथ भी साथ आपको ये भी आना चाहिए कि अपने काम को आप बेचोगे कैसे. You are
Definitely.
how are you different? You only are different by the way you market yourself and the way you just are, just carry your knowledge. Everybody, even anybody can be knowledgeable, but if you don't express that, you don't write articles, you don't write research papers, you don't publish them on LinkedIn, they can lie on your desktop and nobody will know, right?
Definitely.
It's all about how you showcase.
Right. ACE Law is about, let's come to ACE Law,
ACE Law.
It's a boutique law firm.
हाँ, जब वेबसाइट बनाई थी तो बुटीक थी, अब थोड़ी डाइवर्सिफाई कर दी है.
अच्छा. That is what I was curious about. I know that boutique law firm is something that when a firm practices in one particular area, but I was really curious exactly what is inside the boutique law firm. Different, or is it the same?
I'll tell you what, it is more of a fancy word. Boutique, basically, a lot of fancy word used in Canadian websites that I researched about. And I like the word. I was like, okay, because we are also small, we were also, just started with one office and 3 people. Now we are, by God's grace, we are a team of 21, 22 people in Canada and Dubai both. And I feel very this thing that now it's boutique may be an understatement for this, but still I would say that niche area of practice relates to immigration.
Yeah.
That is why it can be called a boutique law firm.
Right. Actually, I was reading about a very interesting piece of article about story of Apple, where it was on the verge of getting burst in 1997.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs was called back in the business. And the question which he had asked when he came back to Apple to his employees was, what does Apple stand for? And none of the employees could answer it. That was when Apple Think Different campaign had started. which reminded the other businesses all around the world the importance of vision and long-term vision for or what does an identity for a particular business. And it really got me thinking, what exactly should be vision in my career or in my startup? When you started Ace Law, I think even you had some vision in your mind, right?
Yeah.
How do you know, how do you decide that this is my vision? How do you associate certain vision with your career or your startup?
Okay. So now there are a twofold answer to this. Okay.
Right.
I start with my thing, and then I'll start with now what I think. When I started the company and when we all started together, it was a lot about teamwork. I must say that it was not one man show or anything. It was obviously we had our own resources and everything that we brought together and all of that. But then the investment was also on, honestly, Chaitanya, not at that level that time. So we just started with basics, and then work only generated the investment. So the idea was the office should run from office only.
Office, yes.
Yeah, more than you put in personal, because you keep putting in personal in any business, and it's
bootstrap.
There's saturation. Yeah,
bootstrap.
that's the word. So bootstrap, yes, that's right. So when I started ICLO, I was with the vision that in 1 year I need to have at least a team of 5 lawyers under me. But then what happened was, when we grew, when we realized the area of law practice, always in my mind, the bigger picture is to diversify and grow. It is not always that I have just 24 hours in a day. I can't do everything on my own. I would love to delegate, increase the team, take less of the funds home and put in more in business. Because the moment you start putting in more in business, you see that revenue generation and vision and ideas keep growing. Because now that we opened Dubai office, it was all on its own. It was nothing that we had to put in from our personal business. So I'm just giving you an example. The vision will keep changing, okay? But the journey is what you have to enjoy. The journey is the beauty of it. The point is you enjoy. Some days you feel low, some days you feel hopeless, some days you feel, why you even doing this? You could comfortably go and do a job, and a 9-to-5 job. But 9-to-5 mentality, no. So koi kya kar rahe?
It happens with me as well,
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people relate to this कि 9 से 5 क्यों हम ऑफिस में बैठे, जब हम रात को 9-10 बजे सबसे ज्यादा एक्टिव होते हैं, राइट? मैं रात को I want to work at 12 in the night because it is my work and I do it, and I don't crib about it, because end of the day it's all coming back to me, and there are so many people now associated to the company that I want everybody to be happy with it.
Right.
So yeah, आपका vision change होता रहता है. अब मेरा vision ये कहते हैं कि जो दुबई office भी है, Canadian team भी है, all of them, they have a satisfied career life. They do not feel 9 to 5. They work like it's everybody feels a part of it, so basically.
Okay, all right. So beautifully put, yeah. Really beautifully put. I expected some altogether, a typical different answer. And
I'm giving this interview. It's more from the heart.
I really love the answer. I also wanted to ask one thing about internationalization. I'm about to move to Bombay for my startup, and it is a very big decision for me. Recently you have also ventured in Dubai, as you have said.
Yeah.
Very helpful for me as well as the viewers who want to internationalize, to understand how exactly it is done, or what are the things you should have in mind before taking this step. As you already mentioned, try to run the business through the funds of business. That can be one variable of this journey. How do you think you should be prepared for this quantum jump?
Yeah, understood. So that's a very beautiful question. Actually, nobody's asked me, but that's a very important question also when you're growing. Now, what happens when you see angel funding towards a startup? What happens? It is basically the startup has reached certain kind of incubation stage, cleared that incubation, and now wants to take a leap into another kind of cycle, right? I'm sorry for the background noise. It's So first thing I was talking about is obviously the thing is that you have reached a certain stage. Go step by step. I don't say be over ambitious and take. If I say today I want to capture this market also, that's silly of me. First, I need to have particularly a realistic picture of what I am currently in. My realistic picture is that I have X amount of funds. Good. I can easily put it. I have X amount of people working with me, the right people that I can team with. My partners are right, I can trust them. And then we can all have a particular areas of expertise divided. Maybe, for example, one person is good in expanding, the other person is good in handling the files, the third person is good in doing business development. So have those areas of your expertise very clearly maybe borderlined and demarked about it. So that is second thing. The third thing is that the kind of market that you are approaching, the kind of market, it's not about it. Forget domestic or national, international. Obviously, the only difference I feel is the amount, the currency variation that will obviously hit you. But the good thing is that you're also going to earn in that currency, right? The returns are also going to be in that currency. Now, if you can take that much risk, then calculate the market that is best for you. Now, for us, we knew that a lot of people in Dubai, nobody gets their passport. UAE is like that. GCC is like that, Gulf country. So they are looking for alternative routes to immigration. And sadly, people want to have a better life for their children, but they're not able to have that better life because there are certain kind of bans. Now, we come in as alternatives and offer different routes, and there's a lot of fraud also in the immigration market. So we come with a very clear and transparent picture. And then we got into the heart of downtown Dubai, and then we'll be like that, we'll be here. It's okay, we'll develop trust. And then this is the kind of months we can afford. This is the kind of people we can afford. And everything you outlay a plan. And then don't even overthink. ज़्यादा सोचोगे ना काम खराब होगा आपका. अगर आपने
Paralysis of over analysis.
Yes, you have terminology for everything, Chitan. That's good. So paralysis of overanalysis is or paralysis of
Over analysis.
Over analysis. Yes, that's right. So yeah, that way, if you think, then you keep thinking, and then you don't take any decision. Keep your vision clear, keep your thoughts clear, be practical, and then do what you have to do in order to reach where you have to reach.
I will just sum up because it was a lot of content. So it was first,
so much to speak.
You have to have funds, right? You have to have funds, secure your funds. 2, secure your people. 3rd is find a suitable market. Then develop trust with that market, within that market, have your vision clear, and enjoy.
Yeah. अच्छा, एक और बीच में I'll add a point. जिस मार्केट में आप जा रहे हो, जिस टाइप की प्रैक्टिस एरिया आप कर रहे हो, राइट, दिस इज लीगल. नाउ उस टाइप की मार्केट की थोड़े से आप एजेस पकड़ो. फॉर एग्जांपल, नाउ I went to Toronto. I opened my office when I opened my office in Canada, the first thing I did was getting empaneled with the Canadian High Commission for New Delhi High Commission in Ottawa. So why? Because my people are going to come to Indian Embassy, right? And then their cases can follow back to me. So have those kind of local touch apna do government offices mein, especially in GCC also and everywhere.
Okay, all right.
Because I personally feel that you have to develop one-to-one relationship with those people also who are here sitting at that position, who can actually, और कुछ नहीं होता, आपकी credibility बढ़ती है.
You feel connected to your community at the end of the day.
Yes.
And trust automatic. You don't have to work separately on trust building. You already.
The world is now a global village, so you have to not think. You have to think beyond borders, basically.
Different. Yeah, precisely. Yeah. So, what is your marketing funda? You have talked about marketing. What is your marketing funda? Because
okay, my marketing funda is. You first complete. Sorry.
I was saying that legal practice is something which is experience based, where what do you, it comes from experience, and there are certain barriers when it comes to advertising your business at least in advocacy. What is your marketing funda? One, you said that you give a very beautiful idea of, connecting with yourself with certain client feeder, basically in your case was and this give you clients.
B2B.
B2B, yeah. So what are the different marketing funda?
Yes. So firstly is law is in terms of very jurisdictional things. So for example, you cannot market certain things under the Advocates Act of India, but you can market a lot under Canadian, but we have to look into that also. Anywhere, everywhere, you just have to be careful about one point, is that you don't mislead the community, right? The kind of target community. So now, according to me, one thing that I really understand about marketing from all the things I have done is that market yourself with knowledge, with educating people. Don't market yourself to sell something. Educate people. If there is a judgment, go through, maybe start a blog on reading about that judgment, getting about the tips of that judgment, getting the crux of the judgment, which is a very beautiful way. People are now doing it. Use social media now, for the right things, for the right cause. And believe you me, if you do that, आपको पता ही नहीं होता आपको कहाँ से benefit हो जाता है. You don't do it with that intention that you're selling yourself. Do it with an intention to educate the other people. You won't even realize that when it is actually helping you as well. The second thing about marketing is add a face. Always have a face to marketing. Why? Because people should know whom they're coming to. Do not have just those posts and all. Have those proper with your face where you are visible and people knows that, okay, this is the person I can relate to.
All right.
This is my two key things that I think are very essential for marketing.
And I actually see it from your LinkedIn posts. You always give short descriptions and short messages about immigration and how Canadian.
Because that is the domain I'm focusing, right?
So
yeah. So everybody should have a niche area. If you develop a niche area of practice, my first thing advice would be that उस law के बारे में आप इतना ज़्यादा लोगों को करो, be so passionate about it. In sense, I now love immigration law. I think I can just open the book and rotate the page I like. I know all of this, so much of this thing information here. But then again, उसको layman language में भी आपने put करना है. This is your job as a lawyer.
Right.
अगर आप client को समझाते हो, आप कैसे समझाओगे, right? So that's the post. The post does that part. Yeah. It helps. I'm telling you, people. It's the world of social media, so might as well use it in the proper means and manner instead of TikTokers and dancing around and just हम तो lawyers हैं, हमने तो वो करना है जो हमने करना है. It's our bread and butter.
Yes, definitely. We have to play with our knowledge. We have to give out our knowledge, help out. Ask one last question to you.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Final simple question: opportunities. Please tell us about the opportunities in Canadian market, legal market particularly, and where do you think the scope lies to identify if there are other opportunities?
Yeah. So you see what happens, Chaitanya, the first thing that so many people ask me this after YouTube blogs and all, and I always say, सबसे पहले जो आपने काम करना है, you have to secure your immigration in Canada. Either it's through student visa, either it's through there is no such thing for lawyers a work permit right now, so I wouldn't say work permit. Either there is PR or there is student visa. Don't waste your time and think about a lot of things. आप पहले अपना immigration sort out करो. Parallelly, start with your equivalency. The NCA process is there and it's going to stay there for a long period of time. Maybe. So go through that equivalency because you want to get on to the real business. Don't procrastinate also about it. So you have both the things sorted. Now opportunities are more of a referral based, more of networking, like in India. If you have a very good network, you build a good network, you stay connected with people, say hi, say hello, and stay in that line, then it definitely helps. Up ekdam se koi position kisi ke dimag mein hogi, so that person is going to approach you. So that same way, like it happens in India, it is nothing different across the globe. Opportunities across the globe works like that. Second thing, if you have an expertise, like I do not have any expertise, I was open to all positions because I was very young, and I am when I started, I was just I had Indian experience of around 3-4 years, not much, right? Which is not much.
Much is not much in Indian market.
Yeah, so you can imagine that all of that happened. So I was open to all opportunities. But if you have a niche area of practice where you think you are good with patent, trademark, IPR, look into those opportunities. Have your mind sorted, then probably you will branch out into what you want to know. And then there are people out there who can help you in recruitment, mentoring, and all that is there. But they would first obviously want to have your immigration status sorted. You can at least work in Canada. without that, sitting outside, it's very, very difficult. And I never recommend कि आप वहाँ से कुछ ऐसे time waste करके अपना Google करो. Google about the things you can, which are in your control. And when you, even if you start your own practice in Canada, the beauty is that a lot of people start because real estate law is all controlled by lawyers. So you have to have a lawyer to buy or sell a property, and that is where lawyers make a lot of money. So all those areas of laws are there. Criminal law is there, but you have to break the ice, get into the system to actually practice there. Then opportunities follow.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool, you know. I'm really happy. I'm really happy that I got to speak with you.
I'm also very thrilled that I have an opportunity to discuss about this, share my insights and everything. And I try to answer to so many queries as much as I can. But if somebody, who knows me, is listening to me from here, then the same queries I've answered all on my YouTube blogs. So I can't keep repeating because it's a lot of work as well, which I have to do.
Yeah, that's
managing
true.
the 24 hours and yeah.
Yeah, I really hope you had fun today,
Yeah, I had very good time. It was like coffee with Chaitanya.
I think one line message you would like to give to everyone.
That's a good thing, actually. If I think for myself, and if I have to sum up my whole life, in the sense, if I think that when I die, what do I want to have? What do I want to do is the stages of life, right? Learn, earn, and return.
Learn, earn, and return. Beautiful. Yeah. And I would take one line message from you as, enjoy the journey. That is one thing take from you from this interview.
And trust the journey. Trust the journey.
Yes, trust the journey. Definitely, yeah.
For sure.
All right. Thank you so much, Shireen.
All righty, Chaitanya. Thank you so much.
Get to meet in Canada when I come there.
Definitely. All gates open.
All right. All right.
Okay.
Take care. Stay safe. Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Chaitanya. Bye-bye.